So, yeah, so you'd have to give me another stealth roll and a phase roll. And then a mechanics check for the placing of the explosives.
And I can maintain that phase.
Yeah, I mean, that's no problem. You're very skilled at sneaking in places and putting explosives everywhere.
Yeah, and so my other general plan is, so the repulsor lifts. I imagine the shafts are like your typical elevator shaft. There's a space on the side with a ladder, and for emergency going up and down, right?
Yes.
So from the top climbing down, I want to place mines underneath the ladders.
How far down do you want them?
I want 2 in each shaft, or 3. One limpet mine and 2 anti-personnel. Right, no, 1 anti-personnel each shaft. One limpet mine and 1 radiation grenade as set up on tripwires.
Okay, tell me which one's closest to the bottom for each shaft, so I know.
I believe radiation will probably be at the bottom.
And then
Anti-personnel at the top, and limpet in the middle to blow out a nice chunk of the elevator. There will be 2 anti-personnel in one of the shafts instead of a limpet mine, and I will make note of that shaft.
Okay, so that's what you're doing for the 4 external ones.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, give me a mechanics check. Oh no.
That is less than ideal. You know what I'm gonna do? Can I destiny point that after the fact? That's a good question.
I think I didn't tell you what the result was yet, so I wouldn't see why not.
Plan sort of hinges on you not rolling a 1. So,
And not blowing himself up with the first laying of the first explosive.
I'm just placing down.
Instead of
radiation grenade. Oops! What was that clicking sound?
Kaboom! Oh no! Because he was still that was for the would be the first thing would be the detonate on the repulsor lift.
Even whatever else, what other explosives he has on him would blow up too. So
Yes, we learned this with the liquid death. It's not a good time. Although some devices require arming before they can actually be exploded, and otherwise they're kind of inert-ish.
Yeah, but all the radiation grenades would get their powder scattered everywhere, so
Yeah,
that elevator would be quarantined.
You'd also be super dead. Okay. Anyway, yeah, you can use a destiny point on that, and instead of turning it into a critical fail, it is a critical success. So you have in your mind, you see a flash of you crossing the wrong wires, and everything in your entire life flashes before your eyes. But you manage to stop yourself, and you're like, wait, I can't fail. And you don't do it, and you set up everything perfectly.
I only have 2 more of those. That's sad.
Wow, we kind of did set this whole plan on 1 person. That was a bad idea.
That would have been amazing if I had none.
I was thinking in my head, like, please be a nat 1, because that would be hilarious. And it was a nat 1. It was perfect. I was like, I saw the 19. I'm like, that's low enough. It could be a nat 1. Roll over the mouse. Yes. You also hear Olivia just being like, you need to be more careful, like every single time. Like every time you're going to something, she's like, are you paying attention? Like, are you sure you can do this? In your head. It's like, nope, not over there. She's kind of helping you out, so you're super focused. Well, I'll just let the 1 roll stand. I'm not gonna make him roll like a zillion. I'll let the roll apply to I'll let the rolls apply to the entire process, so we don't have to make like 600 rolls for this.
Okay, so one of those and 4, so that's 5 radiation grenades I have to remove. And probably about half a cord, or most of a cord of detonite. And 4 of the detonators.
This is already the greatest plan ever. It involves so much explosions. Did Michael Bay direct this movie?
I was just about to say,
There'd be more
I'm
explosions.
glad you're pleased, Michael Bay.
We're gonna get a lot of those like sparkler type shooty up explosions.
I mean, there'd be
car
even
flips.
There'd be even more explosions if I didn't. I mean, I could have just spent all my money on this. This could be so much more explosive. Well, I couldn't carry that many explosives.
No. But you could come back multiple times and set them up.
This is true.
No, that's a bad idea. I shouldn't have said that. Okay, moving on. What are you doing after you finish setting everything up?
Guy sneaks out and past all the tripwires. Actually, he just needs to get in the repulsors.
Very carefully.
And so I guess that's where I start trying to sneak off towards the lower levels.
So you're gonna try and go through the main level, the center elevator?
Yeah, probably that seems the best plan to me.
Okay.
Or actually, aren't the beasts released through giant doors or something?
How are the beasts released?
I mean, all the animals are down on the lower level, right? Where the generators are.
It's all force fields.
Oh, it's all force fields. Can I go around the force fields with the amount of movement I have?
Seems like a poorly planned arena where all our security is going to rely on technology that can fail and go
What
out.
if the power goes out for a split second?
Yeah,
That's why
what
there are two
happened?
generators.
That's why they probably have backup power. That's why it's probably going to be harder to take out the power than you think it is.
Except backup power still usually relies on generators, which I'm guessing are going to be taken out in successive explosions.
Also, think about this. They have really good security around the generators. That's where they keep all the dangerous creatures, is around the generators.
It seems like...
Bad idea for maintenance personnel. They do not like this.
I apologize to
Anyway.
whoever's to fix this.
You're gonna have some stress after this. You can go see a therapist. Yeah, so give me some more stealth and phasing checks if you're going down the main shaft. Yay, it wasn't in that one. Woohoo.
And no more nat ones, please. Really can't afford them.
Yes, really. I'm running out of points.
Alright, I'm gonna do the trick where I can make one person be on a level, so I'm just gonna make sure this map is how I want it. Yes, okay, I just need to put Pachez on this map, alright. Please hold.
Also, to be clear about where I placed the mines, I wanted the anti-personnel mines to not be right up next to the lift for crawling down, because I want them to get a whole bunch of people down into the shaft before the mine goes off. and the explosion in the compressed space travels all the way up, killing everyone.
Mm-hmm. All right, I just need to drag you to this map and let me know if you can see it. Okay, you should now be moved to the map. You see the map?
Yes, I can see the map.
Excellent. Now no one else knows what it looks like. So yeah, you come out. So the elevator is like in the center of it, but then there's like a corridor that leads out of it onto the ground.
I just look around and realize this is going to be an unpleasant place. So, what are those white lines?
Those are force fields.
Oh joy, those are force fields too.
Everything is force fields.
There's some serious... Whoever designed this was a fool.
Or they wanted everyone to realize that it would be a terrible idea to try to do anything.
Well, that was stupid because they should have known because exist of terrible ideas.
They should have known that people who love terrible ideas are the only ones who would ever try and break out of something like this in the first place.
Exactly. We're stupid. They shouldn't have known that and planned for that.
Someone's gonna get a stupid idea at some point, and then everyone's gonna have a bad day.
So you had a bad day.
Well, remember, this is the universe where railings are rarely, if ever, a thing.
Nope, not a thing.
I
So
think I've occasionally seen them, but not much. And especially in the places that they should be the most are the places that they're not.
Nah, railings are overrated.
Oh yeah, the guards that you come out next to do not see you.
Yeah, I have no expectation that anyone will see me.
I mean, they could roll a nat 20,
That was
It's
an at
possible.
but it is the opposite. So yeah, you can walk around with impunity around these guys. They're way more worried about the creatures that are growling.
Yeah,
That actually
so
makes sense.
first thing I'm gonna do is go up here in the upper right corner. Okay, my trying to move things around doesn't work very well. It drags the map around as well, and now I'm moving in the opposite direction that I want to go in.
What? You moved the map.
It moves the slide bar, so I see a different. So it's like dragging
I
the
can move
map
you. Don't
around,
worry
so
about
I
it.
see it,
Yeah, just.
or the page rather.
Oh no, you're inside the cage with monsters.
Yes, that's exactly where I went. Yeah, I'm gonna be over here.
You're now over there. And no one knows what's happening because they're all on another map. Yeah, well, because of doing this, eventually Raydik will contact you to meet up with him.
Where does he want to meet?
That same hotel that you met at last time.
Okay, so I'm going to plant with a remote detonator a limpet mine with the explosive facing straight into the heart of the generator.
And what's the damage roll on that?
Let me take a look. Okay, let me see. See about 66. It's designed to destroy its anti-vehicle weapon. Negligible damage, but beyond its radius of 1 square burst. It ignores the DR of the object or vehicle it is attached to.
You said 66.
And I'll throw an ion mine on there for good measure. Right next to it.
And what's that damage? What's that?
8d6 ion.
Okie dokie. Give me a mechanics check. Can you do that while you're still invisible?
Probably not. That's why I am on that side.
Okay, give me another stealth check then too.
Still a decent roll.
Wow, just rolling real terrible. I've got Kalani's perception rolls, everybody.
But Kalani's
What?
rules are great.
Yeah. Perception.
My
And
rolls
everybody
are
else's
terrible.
rolls. Everybody's rolls.
My
Nobody can see
perception
me.
rolls are awful.
It's been a while since we've played.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, give me a mechanics check then. To see if you blow yourself up this time.
Please don't roll a 1. Please don't roll a 1.
Actually, one moment. I don't think the Limpet mine requires one.
Okay, if neither of them require one, then fine.
I will check the ion mine though.
I know the detonite does, though.
Yeah, I know that does, and so does I think the doing tripwires does
Yeah.
require it.
Mhm. Does setting up a remote detonator require it? I think it might.
What does require is if you have detonite or detonite cord set, when you set that up, how good your roll is determines how much damage is done and how it's multiplied.
Mhm.
Yeah, the anti-personnel mine and blinking mines requires a DC 10 mechanics check per mine. So I guess if I want to link the Limpet and ion mine, then yeah, that's going to require a DC 10 check. But
So basically, as long as you don't roll in that one.
yeah, that one would be bad.
Very
So
strange.
glad that roll didn't count for it.
Oh, that's much better.
Yep.
Alright, you have successfully placed the 2 explosives on this generator.
And I cloak again, and I will sneak over to the other one.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good thing. That second one is.
Yep, you are still super hidden.
Yeah, so I'll go hide over here for this one.
Where are you hiding?
South side of the southwest generator.
Okay.
Here is where things get unpleasantly complicated. I.e. more complicated than putting explosives on generators.
Alright. Yeah, as you walk over this way, you see some movement in the water, but you can't really tell what's in it. Oops, that sounds nice.
Note, do not go near the water.
I meant to do that. There's bubbles in the water. It's fun
So
to
I'm
chew.
going to try and stealthily figure out how this generator is hooked into the rest of the facility. And try and see about setting up something to just blow the cables remotely.
So you want to disconnect it without destroying it?
Yep.
Yeah, that's going to require. So yeah, give me a knowledge technology roll. This is where everything goes terribly wrong.
Actually, I'm focus trained in this, so.
Oh, okay.
Yay! He's not going to blow himself up in this time. So far, he has still avoided blowing himself up. Okay, so you.
This just means I know how to do it, not that I've done it.
Yeah, no. So you think that? Well, it looks like all the cables are running like under the ground. So you'd have to remove some panels to get at the cables themselves. And you think that right now the two generators are connected to each other, so if one of them goes offline for some reason, it kind of would be rebooted by the other one. Unless it was actually destroyed fully.
Well, it's a good thing at least one of them is going to be actually destroyed fully. So, what I'm going to do is try and stealthily get access to those cables.
Okay, give me.
Can I fit in the crawl space? Do I think I'll be able to fit in the crawl space down there?
Maybe if you can get it open without getting spotted. Give me another stealth check and mechanics check. Ooh, that's low enough. They might be able to see you. This is exciting. Nope. So sad. I wanted a fight to start out before the plan even happened.
Don't worry, this is just the prep. I'm sure everything will go horribly wrong when we're actually enacting it.
Wait, does Pachez not have a stealth field generator?
No, I have one.
But while he's digging around and doing stuff, he can't just, like, stay hidden.
Be invisible.
But I'm saying, like, doesn't it give you advantage on stealth rolls?
While it's on.
He's trying to stealth while he's also doing the things. He's trying to open the panel stealthily, like.
Oh, I see.
So it takes you longer than you thought it would have, but you still managed to get the panel open, and there might be room for you to fit in.
Yeah.
If you squeeze pretty tightly.
Well, I'm gonna try.
You think your lightsaber could probably cut through all of the cables. I mean, and then flood the whole thing with a bunch of electric energy that you're sitting in.
Yeah, I don't want that. That's what detonite cord is for. Also, I still need to have a place to hook up the comm scrambler. So, I want to find a place to hook in the comm scrambler to the power, and then cut off everything after that. So, like, lay detonite cord around the cables, a ways away from the comm scrambler.
I mean, it's a pretty tight space. If you kept the comm scrambler, like, outside of the panel, it would potentially be safe if you plugged in externally and not with these cables that are feeding down to the ground.
Yeah, I'm probably going to try and find some nook underneath the generator or some corner around the generator to hide that.
Yeah. Okay, stealth roll and mechanics checks once again. Yay, this is a theme. Just put a macro, stealth and mechanics put together, while everyone else stops paying attention.
I'm paying attention enough to know if he fails or not.
Well, there were no nat ones at least.
Hmm.
Thank you for reaching the phone.
Yeah, I mean, you managed.
Go ahead.
So, yeah, you managed to get the comm scrambler hooked up, and you think you have the detonite put in place well enough that it'll do what you want it to do?
Yeah, I just want to hook the scrambler up. I want it so that it'll go off, or it'll start It will activate and start scrambling on the signal from my data pad.
Okay. Yeah, that's not a problem.
Of course, shutting it off is a whole nother matter. And then I will go invisible and make my way up to where I can see the prisoners.
Because one-man army. One man! Betrayed by...
Because I don't want to be down here when the power goes out.
That's probably a good plan.
I have a feeling that some of these creatures might somehow notice me. Even with a nat 20. That water was unpleasant looking.
Oh, come on, it's crystal blue. It looks nice. You can take a swim in it. It's fine.
There's stuff in it. And that's not a good sign in this place.
So where do you want to go up to see the prisoners?
Let me just roll my stealth real quick.
The guards got lazy. They're so used to nobody ever making it in here. They're like, who would break into this place? They're crazy.
Who would even try to get down here? So, I guess I'm probably just gonna make my way to the set, or not the set, what's it called? The stands, and I'm just going to phase through the ceiling down into the prisoner level, and stay invisible down there.
Okay, so you're gonna hide in the prison.
Yep.
Alrighty, that sounds fun.
Who cares about another prisoner that no one noticed and is invisible?
Alright. Where do you want to pop up?
I can't see that map, so I have no clue.
Yeah, I mean, just like in general, like where in a circle, where do you want to be?
I'm gonna roll a 1d20. One is straight north, and going 2 slightly left of that, and just pick somewhere in general vicinity based on that.
A brilliant scheme. 15, so that'd be due west.
It'll be 9 o'clock.
Yep. Right, you are yonder. So you service, and you're chilling out. Excellent. Okay, everybody else, you met up with Raydik, and you've made your way. All right. Oh yeah, Shyalu, what's your incognito bodyguard name? It's a very critical, important piece of information.
Ajax.
Ha 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 ha.
I approve of this.
At least you can remember it. Is it a Jack or a Jack? Like the soap.
Ajax.
Okay.
With an X.
I'll just double check it.
So it's like the soap, and also like the Greek military leader.
More like
Roman.
soap.
No, the name
Yes,
was
clearly
definitely...
soap was the inspiration.
Oh.
Yes, it was totally not the warrior from, anyway.
Considering that you fake died in an explosion, I'm guessing more soap.
Hey, there was no one even asked how he survived the explosion, so that's on you guys.
No, because everyone was super ticked at you.
That's great.
Both
Yeah.
of your characters.
That's true.
Wasn't Aelond trying to? Yeah, wasn't Aelond trying to actually hit Ajax? Trying to. That being. the
Yeah,
opposite
failed
word.
miserably.
Well,
Miserably.
melee attack. Yeah.
I know melee stuff.
Yeah, he's got a -1 to strength. I don't expect him to hit anything. At least not with his fist.
And
Yeah, especially someone who has like high dexterity. Yeah, it's not a good time.
did Shyalu ever find out about any of that?
Shyalu knew before anybody else, but nobody knows that because nobody asked about it.
Huh?
That's because Aelond probably doesn't want to remember that, because the whole thing of basically at that time his best friend dying. So yeah, he doesn't want to remember that whole thing.
Aw, it was your best friend.
Yeah, well, the way we
He died.
closed out your GMing, yeah, it was kind of like they were like bros.
Yep. And then you had to go and do that.
Yeah, I think I remember someone saying the line, this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship. That old line? Or some like that.
Yep, something
Pretty
like that.
close in that phrasing.
Ajax basically promised to go on Aelon's personal quest for Vendetta.
And then chickened out.
Yeah.
Alright, moving on.
There was a greater scheme anyway.
So, Shyalu and I probably, before we went to Raydik, schemed to smuggle in as many weapons as possible. So how do we do it? Should we roll for that? Like, what would...
I mean, is Shyalu just carrying them?
I mean, I find that personally
It
appealing.
depends if the bodyguards are allowed to blatantly carry weapons.
Yeah, they probably would be.
Okay, swords are being handed over. Don't.
Fist is now wearing swords.
How much do the swords?
How much other equipment do you? Are you taking your like medical kits here? Like, are you gonna perform triage surgery?
I have a surgery kit.
I remember that being really really heavy.
It's important. I need to
I
bring
mean, the
it.
medical kit is 20 kilograms. I can only carry 25 total, but luckily I don't need a medical kit anymore. But the surgery kit is 10 kilograms.
My
I only have space
Double-
for 2.6 kilograms worth of stuff.
So, like one sword.
Yeah.
double-bladed vibroblade is for.
Really? I mean, I
Yeah.
guess I
That's
could get rid
pretty
of the surgery kit. Surgery takes an hour anyways. It's not
Yeah, and you have
Like
you
I
have
said,
full
like,
torch.
performing surgery.
That belongs in your med bay, not on your person at all times.
Just in a worst case scenario, you have a Colto tank lying around. I'm sure there's other medical equipment in the facility.
Well, there's a Colto tank in the
Okay,
ship.
there. Now I have 12 point.
Okay,
Do you have the
because
Colto
both
to
my
put in the
swords-
tank in the ship, though?
Because most of my swords are together, and that's 8 right there. They're heavy.
I'm just imagining you handing them to him and them just going straight to the floor.
Don't lose them. Don't damage them. I need those back when we're done.
Okay,
Now I
I'll take good care of them. They're quite heavy. They must be made of some pretty durable material.
Yes, well, actually, I only know about the dinosaur. The other one we found in the asteroid of the Sith. I don't know what it's made of.
Oh, yeah.
Or if it's haunted.
Oh,
But I'm
definitely
sure it's
haunted.
fine. I'm sure it's fine.
Definitely infused with darkside energy.
I haven't felt any ill effects. Let's see. I have the Needler. I'll probably leave that on the ship.
Yeah, that'd be kind of suspicious for a bodyguard to carry anyways. His job is to kill the people who try to hurt you.
Or stun them for questioning.
Kinda want to
Maybe.
take my heavy pistol, but I don't know if I can conceal that.
You can carry it.
I have 5.6 kilograms left.
Heavy blaster's only 1. Do you want to carry that too?
Sure.
It's gonna be like light move object tossing weapons at her. I need my sword now. Blaster pistol.
Just flying into her hand.
He's like a squire now. It's awesome.
He's a mobile weapons box.
Hello, Lydia. I need you to carry this for me. Just hand it to me when I'm ready.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just imagining a montage of you teaching him what stance you're taking means what weapon. So you don't even need to say anything. Like you hold your hand out forward and the gun just flies into your hand.
Really angry eyes means the double.
I mean, there is that force power that lets you control up to 3 weapons and move them around.
That might be useful later. Keep that in mind.
I thought about getting that for Jerec. That would be
Okay,
fun.
I'll leave the other blast. I guess I have another blaster pistol. Put that behind. I don't with death antigen. I don't need a speeder key card. I don't need the burnt warehouse hard drive.
Oh yeah, you have so much strength you can carry everything, not carry.
I am basically our holding bag. Basically. I'm gonna try and smuggle in the vibro dagger. Going to be wearing the golden fancy dress, jewelry.
Yeah,
You think you can smuggle in a red lightsaber?
That's gonna be more difficult, I would think.
Yeah, I feel like that one might not go very well.
I really want to take it though. Just got it.
Did I mention I'm a renowned bounty hunter? I even took down some Hssiss. Like, I'm highly recommended as a personal bodyguard.
It's lucky you can roll really high deception rolls.
Sure, there you go. It's a trophy. So, and then I hand him a red lightsaber. That's 1 pound. Like all this, if I was carrying all of the stuff, by the way, it's not. We're not even close to what my encumbrance is. Just saying, like you really, if you want to carry that kid around, just give it to me.
If the ship fell on someone, you could probably save them.
My encumbrance is 121. So we're good for, and that's only encumbered. Heavy load is 242.
Nice.
Yeah, I can carry quite a bit, but not that much.
For Lexa's feat of strength, she will now toss the Hssiss into the water.
Actually,
Just like start tossing stuff up into the sands.
Come out of the water and try
So, just as a note, 242 kilos is 533.519 pounds.
Too many numbers. What?
So not quite speeder level, but speeder bike level for
Quite
sure.
a lot. Yes, quite a lot of weight.
Like
I
at least
will-
3 people at once.
I'm gonna keep the toolkit. I don't need the several chips from the ancient form.
So she can carry a 1/4 ton.
So I can definitely carry people.
So if you put her and Raydik together, they could definitely lift a small speeder.
I'm gonna keep the security kit and the bracer computer. I don't need the security. I don't need the security. Okay. So what I have on me right now is a clip, a toolkit, a stealth field generator, a med pack, a power pack, a security kit, a bracer computer. My bracer computer is combined with my sleek black looking data pad. That's actually what it's called. So it's a legit name. Vibro dagger, golden fancy dress, golden jewelry, and that's it because You have my red lightsaber. Oh, and I have the radiation grenade. And it's all checked in little boxes, so you can double check.
Yeah, I don't think I need to do that. It's fine.
Okay. And then, Shyalu, I hope you're taking notes, because I took notes. You have both my swords, my heavy blaster, which is important, the Admiral's golden heavy blaster, and my red lightsaber. You literally have all my valuable...
Mm-hmm.
This is not a good idea.
If it was Pachez, it'd be a worse idea, because they would mysteriously vanish and be sold for money.
Then Shyalu, Pachez would mysteriously vanish and be sold for money.
Listen, Pachez doesn't understand people very well. He understands money and the value of property very well. I don't think he'd risk having her coming after him. It's just pointless for that small sum of money.
Except for payback for destroying Jim.
He doesn't know that.
I mean,
He doesn't know about that.
she
He
fixed
totally
Jim.
doesn't know about that.
She fixed Jim, and I don't know anything beyond. If she hadn't fixed Jim, that'd be a problem. Or if his memory core had been destroyed, that'd be a problem.
Jim's fine. He doesn't know anything.
What do you mean Jim doesn't know anything?
No, you don't. Pachez doesn't know anything. It's like,
I remember discussions about this, and being pretty certain Pachez knows.
as far as Lexa's concerned, he doesn't know. Okay, so yeah, those items, and then I guess Shyalu's never met Raydik, right? And then
Alright, so you make your way there, and on the way, Raydik asks clarifying questions about the plan. So, what exactly is the plan now?
the plan is what I said. We are going to get central. Once we're there, we just need to make our way down the arena. There's the powers down, and make sure our friends are free, if we can, before everything. I'd like to make the fight interesting for as many maximum amount of carnage and chaos can ensue. By the way, this is my friend Ajax.
So that's what you're going with? Well, loyal bodyguard. Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, so you make your way to the box.
So I roll for looking like I'm a professional bodyguard.
Cool. You pull it off mostly with a semblance of you look menacing. But that's just because your species kind of just looks menacing in general because you're kind of bizarre.
Shark people.
Because you're kind of bizarre.
So you come out of the turbo lift, and an older man is there to greet you. He's got a little bit of a beard, but kind of more just like nothing like crazy beard. He's got hardened eyes, and he looks you over, Lexa. So, people tell me that you've got some insight into Republic military equipment.
Are you looking for anything?
Well, I want to know what you have, but the fights are about to start. We can discuss business later. I am Jerec Kanal. Raydik, obviously. As, I believe your name was Sealy, and, you, my friend, what's your name?
He's my god. His name is Ajax.
Well, Ajax, welcome. These are the best seats in the house, so today's a special day. He looks pretty happy. Glad you could make it.
I've been promised a good show. I hope.
Oh, this is gonna be the best show. This is some high drama.
Good. Raydik and I were planning on laying down quite a bit of a bet, but I need something to tempt me.
Oh, we'll get there. It's gonna be a multiple stage event. There's gonna be some drama, I imagine. Once you see what it is, if you need me to raise the stakes, well, on this particular night, I'd say I would be more than inclined to do so.
Well, you have me all eager.
Well, I guess I gotta get started here.
Shyalu's just trying to glare stoically at him like a stern bodyguard and also be like, what is going on? This person's crazy.
Yeah, so,
I'm imagining Shyalu trying to glare. It's hilarious. It's like, this is glaring, right?
yeah, so in the box there's a couple other people, and then 2 security guards, and there's 4 cat hounds that seem to be pets of Jerec's.
In the box with us?
Yep.
I thought we would be dealing with guards, not dogs.
Cat hounds are pretty nasty.
Shyalu, you're good
We
with pets,
accidentally
right?
skipped the intro side quest where we could give them like drugged water to make them fall asleep.
Yes, you did miss that side quest.
Dang it.
That's all right.
I knew I should have bought that dancer's outfit down the street.
That's all right, Kyrath. If you need to, you can always make one of these a pet.
No, what you should have done is you should have had me open up one of the grenades so that you could take the powder and just throw it in the face, dogs' faces.
I'm just thinking Star Wars PETA would be looking at you funny now, Bazak.
Listen, there's gonna be a fight with them at some point anyways if they pull the grenade thing.
Okay, so hit some buttons on a control panel in front of him. Aelond, the bracelet on your arm starts flashing.
The player is not surprised.
No way!
Alright. You take care of her, alright? I've got some business to deal with. And
Who are you
will
saying that to?
Just everybody in that general vicinity. To Na and whatever that other one is.
Jerec?
Yeah,
Jerec, yeah.
Jerec,
Yeah.
however you pronounce that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say that to them and then just walk towards the platforms, seeing if there's going to be any weapons of my particular taste, or if I have to brandish my hidden treasure.
Speaking of which, where are my lightsabers?
Aelond has them.
With me.
Wait a minute, Aelond's going out into the middle of the ring.
Yeah, so you're trying to find him, and then you see him walking out there. And then you see a ferret-like looking alien walking out with her wrist flashing as well.
I sigh, and then I start thumbing the elevators.
Does that mean you're pressing the button?
Yes, I start thumbing the buttons for the elevators to go off.
Okay.
What? No, that's not the plan.
Well,
We've gotten started with the plan.
okay, so
And
the force,
apparently
so
I'm still
the
in a coma? Oh boy.
Okay, how bad is the plan going downhill?
Pretty bad, because we didn't even get the creatures out yet.
oh no, I had well, the force field I had that was going around the inner circle got lost in the map realm, so we're just gonna leave it. Okay, the force field is up now between the prisoners and the center. All right, so you detonate the bombs in just the elevators. That's what you're detonating.
Yep. And then I start going to get the generators too.
So you're gonna hit the generators right after that.
Yep, unless I see a reason not to.
No, you don't. Okay, so what's the okay, so it was yeah, you don't need to roll.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, so they're also, you hear explosions happening from the corners of the building. Yeah. Wow, the plan derailed earlier than I thought it was going to derail. All right, this is great. So, Aelond, you hear some explosions as you're sitting out there. And okay, so it was 66 and then 8d6.
Yes.
Oh wow, that is convenient. That is just enough to actually destroy it. Wow. Very conveniently high roll on that 8d6.
And that also includes cutting the cables on the other one.
Yeah, what would be the damage roll on that one?
Not entirely sure. Let me look. 4d6. Nice. And I'm pretty sure I just used the 2 rolls of the last, or the 2 squares worth of the last one. So that I only have 1 full 6.
So,
set.
yeah, alright. So, you hear explosions, some more, you get confirmation that your codes were received. And the power stays on.
So were the cables more than one wide?
You were not sure what happened.
Well, no, I'm asking something. It's like, were the cables that I wrapped the cord around wider than one square?
Yeah, I mean, there was your mechanics roll was also for how well you got all of the cables, and it wasn't good enough.
I see.
Yay! Okay, so there's explosions. And
Yeah, I turn on the no communications thing and make my way down.
So everybody else, you hear explosions, and nothing really seems different other than people in the audience are kind of panicking.
Lexa is careful to show no sign of panic, even though internally she's screaming.
Sure.
Shyalu just steps up and just
What's going on here?
Looks like we've got an attempted prison break that didn't go so well.
Your facility is very secure then.
Yeah, well, it didn't work, did it? He turns to his guards. You go check the power generators. And head down.
You promised me a show.
Oh, we're getting there. Don't worry, I'll let my guards handle it. So, today, audience, please remain in your seats. The issue is resolved. Some hooligans thought they could disrupt us, but they have failed. Today, we see Aelond Pitted against Jerec, two of Republic's heroes fighting against each other to the death.
Interesting little display he's got here, Jerec. Do you want
I don't.
If you don't want to fight, you don't have to.
Yeah, but he has those the bands on our arms. He'll kill us anyway.
And then he won't get his show.
Is this it? This is the show.
Well, this is stage 1, and then the survivors fight, but really, I didn't expect them to fight. You know, they were already friends. Here's where things get interesting, and he presses another button. So, Aelond, see here, it's like, oh, Aelond, you don't want to fight, do you? You think I'll be robbed of a show? Well, that's true. But you see, I have someone of yours, and I think it would be a shame to watch her get eaten alive. Don't you? And look over as like a platform hovers down with what appears to be Alora standing on it over water. The deal is simple. Kill Jerec, save the girl.
Is she being held up by a cord?
It's like she's standing on a tiny platform. That's like a hover, like a repulsor lift.
Wait a minute, his communications to the guards also shouldn't have gone through.
It was the guards that were in the box with him.
Oh, okay, that's good.
So what'll it be, Aelond? It'll only take a flip of the switch. She goes in the water, and well, have you ever seen a dragon snake before? You see kind of like a rolling shape under the water where Laura is standing.